Hey, beautiful people. I am very, very proud to have live Mr. Lee Woodward and bringing him back to DY after 22... How many years haven't you been here, mate?
19 years.
19 years. Mate, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure.
I just wanted to do a little segment because you trained the finest people in the industry, real estate people in the industry, and you were a behemoth monster, massive real estate agent here, which I've got a lot of respect for in the olden days. So that's a pleasure to have you here, plus the trainer element. And you've done some incredible training with us and the team, and thank you. But something I just wanted to bring the viewers today and the people that are on Facebook that follow Novak is tell us about the observations as to you would know why to use an agent, and you would have this natural selection ability of a good real estate agent and a bad real estate agent, and someone who's got the ability to get the best price for a client. Why, from what you've seen today, and we've known each other for a long time, why would you recommend us?
I think what we've got going on here...
I framed that up. You've got nowhere to go. You have to recommend us now.
I would recommend you. But training.
Yep.
Education is a huge part of any professional business. And if you look at why I'm here today with your team, it's to profit from that knowledge.
Yes.
And then for our consumer, they need to profit from your knowledge as well. And there's no shortcuts to a great price. A great agent will fight for you right through to the end. But quite often the profit, I'm going to use the word profit, a lot of people forget now, but your principal place of residence is the last tax-free asset on this earth. And when you get $20,000 or $30,000 more than you thought you were going to get for the property or the market was going to bear, well then that's like $60,000 you'd have to earn, pay tax on to have. So,
yep. And save.
And save, if you can save that. So the selection of an agent is about generating profit. It's not just about getting the property sold. And when you look at the preparation required to make that happen, I think too many agents sell homes fast, but sometimes too fast. You look at the photos or what was lacking in the information or the content or didn't do the social media release. And social selling. You know, there's a lot of people buying real estate right now off social who weren't looking to buy. If you're looking to buy and sell real estate, you're probably going to realestate.com.au. But if you drove past a home or you saw a home on social that you didn't even know was on the market, but it's popped into your feed and you've been driving past that home ever since you've been driving to school, you would say, I wasn't looking to move, but I'd buy that home. And I think social selling is bringing in a pre-market purchaser who will pay a very interesting price for a home they didn't know they needed to buy.
A bit like the Manly Daily. We used to find that we framed it up in a way calling it a passive buyer and an active buyer. And an active buyer is scouring. They know 5,000 value between good value, bad value. That's passive. Sorry, that's active. A passive buyer is someone 10 years ago that was cruising through the paper, saw something that they liked, walked in and bought it. They may have paid 50,000 overs. They didn't know, they didn't care, they just bought it. And social selling, social media, which is what we're very, very good at, passive and active, is where you want your agent to be to make the profit.
Couldn't agree more. And some people think, social selling, that's got a lot of young people on it, which is not the truth. There's a lot of mature Australia or middle mature Australia all over social media. But what we're seeing now is the daughter or the son have seen a property on the media, it's got a granny flat out the back or a parent's retreat. The word share now is sell. Sell and share is like the same thing.
Yeah, right.
If I'm sharing, you should check this one out. This one's got this.
Yep.
And you'll see a 22-year-old daughter or son very excited about a house at the granny flat that their mum and dad should buy.
Yep.
Because it's influencing everyone.
And to share 10 years ago, they'd ring them up, or they'd take the person the newspaper, 15, or they'd email them the link 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Now, bang.
Yeah, I can take a photo of the property in the Manly Daily and share that.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be the full physical thing.
Yep.
And that brings us into this point of preparing your home for sale. You know, for any of you out there that are thinking, I'm not selling right now, my recommendation is get a full building and pest report now get a list of all the defects on your home that will
Good point.
shock you, get down to Bunnings, make a checklist, and start repairing those items so that someone doesn't try and get $15,000-$20,000 off the price for a little pier that's fallen over or lack of subfloor ventilation. But when you get a building report, it's quite a reality hit of, the older a home gets, the better we remember it.
Yep.
Yet our new purchase will come in and say, this has just got $150,000 worth of defects, which is quite hard to accept. But knowing those first, and then my other point would be, put the property to the market with the building report. Full transparency, this is how we priced it, that's where it is. Versus a purchaser finding that out themselves and thinking, well, I didn't know all that, the brochure didn't say that. The brochure's got the list of features, whereas the building report's got the list of defects.
Absolutely. A word used today was have a home or a unit is in live mode, L-I-V-E, live mode, and that's when you're enjoying it. And we're talking about what it takes to prepare a home to get it into sell mode. Something I just thought about when you were talking was sometimes it's quite beautiful to start getting into the house into sell mode 2 years prior, because you get to enjoy the benefits. Do you know what I mean? So you're enjoying that new fresh paint work, or you're enjoying that thing that's been driving you nuts for years that the agent told you to fix. So if you're not considering selling now, it's a really good idea to start getting a house into sell mode for the years ahead and enjoy it.
And that live mode, sell mode, again for our watcher, listener, when people come through your home, they're looking to buy their house, not yours. And that's a hard fact sometimes. So the more we can declutter a home, let it breathe, pack everything away you don't need. All the stuff that you're using to live there is great. But if you go to a display home and look at what's not on display, that stripped back bare minimum is what makes a home have that feeling to it where people can think, I could see myself living here. Yet if they come into your live mode, Mark, I believe there's a $30,000 difference in price between live mode, sell mode. And I see some of these properties around you on the market.
Absolutely.
And they're not styling or advising. And don't go on the market too quick. There's a lot of prep you can do that would really increase profit.
And you know what? It's we just know that if you pre-pack shit, it sells for more. Whether it's fruit, whether it's an iPhone or selling a phone, whether it's a home, if the better you pre-pack it, the more convenient you make it for someone. You use the word breathing, so getting it into sell mode allows the home to breathe. I think that allows the purchaser to breathe with the home as well. So they go in and they feel really comfortable. This is really nice. Pre-packing, very, very important. Agent that is willing to actually spend that time and money, not calling you 1,000 times, but spend that time and money in explaining that to you and going through that journey and helping you, that agent's going to make you a fortune.
Yeah, and I think today more than ever, in this very interesting world that we are in, getting that profit out of your sale, you get one chance to do it.
Yep.
But I've never seen someone generate the profit from a cut price approach where this agent was cheaper. And as a real estate agent, people will say to you, but you guys are all the same, you do the same stuff, you have the same thing. I know we look the same, but there is a big difference.
Yes.
And I'll give it this context.
Yes.
That would be like me saying all school teachers are the same. Or do you believe a really good school teacher would have a significant impact on the education of your children? And if you've just answered yes in your mind, I believe the right agent has a significant impact on the profit based on the prep work and not just rushing it to market and advising you and guiding you through it. I see it like that.
And if you truly believe that, and you're allowed to, when you're selecting an agent, you haven't found the right agent. If you've had 3 people through and you think, you know what, they're all doing the same thing, who do I choose? Keep searching. Because you should have that person that you lock with, and you go, that's the person that's going to get the highest price for the property, doing the things we've spoken about.
Well, when we were working with your team today, they were talking about staged marketing. So the first stage, who's on our database, let's work them first.
Yep.
Stage 2, let's look at social. Stage 3, we might end up on the portals, and stage 4, impress. The fact you guys stage the marketing, that means you're running 4 campaigns.
Yep.
But people will actually pay more for a property when it's not available to everyone than it is available. There's that
Absolutely.
window of opportunity where you can get someone through, and to secure it means it doesn't go open.
Yep.
And being open may be the right choice in the future, but staging it, I think you guys work it well that you get the temperature to home right prior to releasing on the big portals.
Well, it's like something that's collectible. It's not collectible if there are 10 million units of it. If it's you know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
it's collectible when there's only a few of them, and that's the beautiful thing about staging it that way. When we can pitch it to a prospective purchaser that it's not available for everyone, it is unique. That's when they pay more.
Couldn't agree more.
Lee, an absolute pleasure for having you in today. Thank you so much.
My pleasure for being here, and what an amazing place.
Yeah, good on you. Good luck with the training out there. Guys, if you need the best trainer in the country, hand on heart, what we felt today in our 2-hour training session, I've known Lee for 25 plus years of him, knowing him, but I had no idea. Seeing him in full flight in training was an absolute blessing, and I said to him, he's doing exactly what he was put on this earth to do. So thank you for doing that with us today.
My pleasure.
Thanks,
and thank you
mate.
for watching.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.